Have you ever had a moment at work where something so strange happened it left you questioning your reality? For me, it happened during one of my night shifts at the grocery store. At first, it was just odd, but by the end of it, I wasn't sure if I was imagining things or if I'd come face to face with something that shouldn't exist. Let me take you back to the night it all started. It was just another quiet shift at the store, midnight to 8 a.m., a time when the aisles are empty and the only sounds are the hum of the freezers and the occasional crackle of the store intercom. I kind of liked the solitude, you know? It was peaceful. Until it wasn't. I first noticed her a few weeks in. This little old lady, tiny, hunched over with a scarf wrapped around her head, would shuffle in every other night, always around 2 a.m. She had a habit of buying the same 3 items: milk, bread, and canned soup. Classic grandma staples, right? Nothing weird about it. But here's where it started to get strange. Quick question though, who buys bread at 2 a.m.? Like, is there some underground toast emergency I don't know about? Anyway, back to the old lady. One night, I decided to chat with her. I mean, she seemed harmless enough. As I walked over, she looked up at me with these watery, pale blue eyes that felt off, like she was looking through me. But hey, maybe that's just how old people look when they're tired. I smiled and asked, "Doing some late-night shopping for your family?" She didn't smile back. Instead, she reached into her coat pocket, pulled out this crumpled piece of paper, and handed it to me. It was a grocery list, but not just any grocery list. My heart skipped a beat when I saw my own name on it. Yeah, my name, along with my address. Now, at this point, I had 2 thoughts. Either this lady was a very elaborate prankster, or I was living inside a horror movie. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the prank. I stammered something like, where did you get this? But she just smiled, a slow, eerie smile, and walked away. She didn't even buy her usual stuff. Just left. I stood there for a good 5 minutes, clutching that list and trying not to have a full-blown existential crisis. But the real terror didn't hit me until the next day. That morning, I showed the list to my coworker. I was half expecting him to laugh it off, but instead his face went pale. "That looks like one of her lists," he said quietly. "Whose?" I asked. That's when he told me about the woman. Apparently, years ago, there was a regular shopper, a sweet old lady who would come in every week and buy groceries for her family. But one night, on her way home, she was hit by a car right outside the store. She didn't make it. And here's the kicker. She was carrying a grocery list with her when it happened. A list with names and addresses of people she cared about. And here's where things go from creepy to downright horrifying. My coworker told me that every couple of years, people on her list report seeing her in the store. It's like she's still shopping for the people she loved. Only now, those people aren't just her family. They're whoever she decides to add to her list. So yeah, guess whose name was next in line? Yep, mine. Great. Just what I needed. An undead personal shopper who knows my address. Can I return that? The next few nights, I couldn't focus on anything. Every creak, every shadow felt like it was her watching me. And then one night, it happened again. Around 2 a.m., I turned the corner near the bread aisle, and there she was. But this time, she wasn't moving. She just stood there staring at me with that same unsettling smile. And in her hand, another list. But this time, it only had one item on it. One word. My name. I quit the job the next morning. Call me paranoid, but I wasn't about to stick around to see what would happen next. To this day, I don't know what she wanted or why I was chosen. But sometimes, late at night when I'm alone, I swear I can feel those pale blue eyes watching me. And every so often, I wonder if someone else out there is next on her list. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more tales that send shivers down your spine, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Who knows? The next story might make you think twice about your late-night routines. See you in the next one. If you dare.